In the last two parts, we examined Adam Howell's malicious letter to the Thai police and the deeper structural question it cannot answer. We saw how Howell presented himself as a heroic confidential informant while launching a campaign of proven lies, from fabricated telegram groups and Hells Angels connections to absurd claims of illegal entry into the UK. We saw how he accused Brian Flowers of the very crimes and tactics he himself was using: extortion, manipulation of official processes, and projection of his own criminal behaviour onto his former partner. But the letter is only a symptom. The real story lies in the psyches of the two men who drove this entire campaign: Adam Howell and Andrew Drummond. At its core, this was never about justice, trafficking, or public interest. It was about two broken men finding each other and feeding off each other's darkness. Adam Howell's motive was never purely financial. He wanted money from Brian Flowers, yes, but he also wanted to destroy the business. This contradiction reveals a deeply fractured mind. His paranoia convinced him that everyone was out to cheat him. His addictions clouded his judgment and amplified his rage. When COVID disrupted his investment, instead of adapting like a rational businessman, he chose total war. He wanted both the payout and the destruction. This is classic self-sabotage psychology, the inability to tolerate success or even partial victory. He would rather burn the house down than accept that he could not control every outcome. Andrew Drummond, on the other hand, was the perfect instrument for this rage. A desperate, assetless man with no real career left, he needed both money and relevance. Howell gave him both. In return, Drummond was willing to ignore Howell's own shady history, his super doge and dope coin rug pulls, his abusive behaviour in the bars, his participation in the very nightlife scene he now attacks. Drummond distorted the truth because the truth did not pay. Lies did. Both men are masters of distortion. Howell projects his own crimes onto Brian Flowers, accusing him of crypto fraud, while Howell himself built his fortune through pump and dump schemes. Drummond does the same on a public scale, turning personal vendettas into investigative journalism, while ignoring the criminal background of the man paying him. They manipulate facts in the same way, cherry-picking, exaggerating, and inventing when necessary. They both operate from the same toxic belief that the ends justify the means, and that anyone who stands in their way deserves to be destroyed. They are like two chemists in a crumbling laboratory, desperately mixing lies, half-truths, and fabrications in the hope of turning their personal failures into gold. One provides the raw resentment and the target list. The other provides the polished language and the public platform. Together they create a poisonous product, a narrative so distorted that it no longer resembles reality. They do not seek truth. They seek transformation, turning their own inadequacies into the appearance of moral superiority and turning innocent men into monsters. This shared delusion allows them to justify every exaggeration, every invented detail, and every destroyed life. In their minds, the destruction is righteous because they have convinced themselves they are the victims. It is a self-reinforcing cycle of moral corruption. Each man's willingness to distort reality validates the others, creating a closed system where truth can never enter. Their shared hypocrisy is staggering. The man who has built a career condemning the nightlife industry now works as a hired gun for someone who lived it, profited from it, and only turned against it when his own investment went sour. The self-proclaimed award-winning journalist conveniently ignores his clients' multi-million-dollar crypto scams, pump and dump schemes, and abusive behaviour while claiming moral superiority and pretending to protect the public. It is a level of cognitive dissonance that reveals the complete absence of genuine principles in both men.